What's up, guys? How you all doing? I hope you're all doing very well and staying safe and nice and warm. Because I've got to tell you, it's absolutely freezing where I am. And I try and not get out in the cold too often if I can help it. But yeah, welcome to a brand new channel. And I just thought I'd have a bit of fun and start a new channel. It's going to be all about gardening. All the gardening channels that we all know and love. I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm Lad Gardener, so thank you very much for joining me. And I'm going to give you all my tips. I'm going to give you all my tips, tricks, ducks and dives, and everything that that a good gardener does to get you doing somebody's garden or your own garden. Maybe you do a bit of DIY gardening. Maybe you're a homeowner or you just like to do it yourself. You've been inspired by, watching other YouTubers maybe, or we had a lot of good weather last year, didn't we? We had a lot of beautiful weather last year, and you might think that I'm going to give my own garden a go this year. Well, follow me on the channel and I'll give you all my tips, tricks and ducks and dives, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way as well. And it's all about maintenance gardening. So a little bit of background on myself. I was a gardener with my granddad. I started at a very young age doing jobs I never should have been doing, really. I think my granddad, when he got to a certain point in his career, he thought, right, lad, you get up that ladder and get up that big tree, and you're doing all the work from now on. So you kind of just, I think you just play the hand that you dealt with in life, don't you? And that's that's the path that he wanted for me. So I helped him out. His gardens was absolutely beautiful. He took a lot of pride in them. And for me, it was all about hard physical work. And I never really had the same love for it as I do now when I first started out. And a lot of people don't, do they? They don't really want to get in the garden and do the garden. They don't like it. They don't like the physical aspect of it. But as I've got older and I've done it for so long, I've found a lot of love for it, and I know all the best ways that I can pass on to you that I've always been shown by gardeners with years of experience. And that's basically it, guys. That's a bit of background on me. I used to do a lot of work with my granddad, and his gardens were immaculate, guys. So for the last 10 years, I've worked for my local council. That's what I do as a job. I know I did a lot of customer service and office work and call centre work, guys. I didn't really like it. I was just doing it because I needed money, and you give it your everything, don't you? You put a lot of pride and passion into everything that you do. But yeah, I knew eventually one day I was going to retire. I was going to retire and go to the garden, and that's exactly what I did. I remember the last sort of call centre customer service job I had. I made a big deal out of it. It was going to be my retirement. I was retiring, they did a big thing for me anyway, and I would never go back to that. It were a good job. I really enjoyed it, but yeah, there's nothing better than being outside, being in the garden, and maybe you're starting up yourself this year. Are you a new business? I'd say go for it. Look at all that beautiful weather that we had last year. That's got to be a big inspiration for anybody who doesn't want to do their job anymore. Why not just do a bit of gardening for other people that can't do it for themselves? A lot of people out there want a gardener because they can't do it themselves, and then that's when you can just sort of, you've got no boss. You're the boss, right? Go and be your own boss. Go and do it. So yeah, that's what I would say to anybody that's thinking about doing it this year. And a little bit of background on me. So you know, I played a lot of sports when I was a kid. My granddad got me into loads of stuff, football, snooker, we used to play golf, a bit of cricket. He was fantastic at a lot of sports. He was pretty decent. I come from a bit of a sporting family. Yeah, on both sides. The one that sort of stuck with me and the one that I pushed on at was probably snooker. So I play a lot of snooker as well in my spare time, and that's what I do, guys. Especially in winter at the moment, you don't really want to be, you know, out in the garden if you can help it, can you? So I play a lot of snooker with my mates, and you know, fortune favours the brave, as they said to me the other night. So fair play to them. And fortune does favour the brave, guys. Yeah, and we won that night as well, so all good. Right, let's get back to the gardening. This year I want to bring sort of videos to you that that you can sort of relate to. Like if you've got any video, any kind of topic or subject in mind, that anything that you want to know, if you want to sort of pick my brains on any particular subject area of gardening, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video on it for you, and I'll try and get back to everyone. Yeah, so I'm going to get better at the YouTube stuff as well, the sort of videoing, the editing and stuff like that. You know, I've got a young lad, he's a gamer, he's going to help me out with all the, you know, the YouTube stuff. And we're in a bit of a competition at the moment as well. We'll try and get up to 1,000 subscribers really quick, guys. So let's do that. But yeah, I sort of do gardens for friends and family. And so if I can do any sort of demonstration videos, how-to videos, I'll sort of get in sort of my Auntie Kath's garden. I'll you know, I'll do a bit in my own garden as well, and I'll try and bring in my take on a lot of gardening tasks. Now, if you're just starting out this year, I'm going to bring you over to some equipment now that's absolutely that you need. They're not super expensive, guys. They're not super expensive. It's not expensive to start up a little business, or if you were just going around just doing friends and family, or maybe, as we said earlier, you're a homeowner, you want to do a bit of DIY gardening. Get some of this equipment, guys. So I'll bring it over to you now. Let's just have a little look here at some stuff. All right. So I've got a little Mountfield mower here. It weren't super expensive, but it does the trick. I've got access to other mowers as well. If I'm doing a garden that needs striping, maybe you might want to get. If you're doing a couple of quotes at the moment, you've seen that, you know, they've had stripes on the lawns before, you might want to go for a rear roller mower. To be honest, more often than not, using a four-wheeler, that's what you're going to use, unless you're in, you've got a garden that you want nice stripes on and make it look like Wimbledon. And, you know, you can get the stripes looking really good if you've got a rear roller mower. This is a Mountfield with a Stiga engine on it. I love this mower. I keep the blade sharp. I do it myself. Take the blade off and just sharpen it with an angle grinder. But to be honest, if you get your blade sharpened, it's cheap anyway. So somebody will do that. Keep your blade sharp because it just gives it a nice cut. So, you know, I keep my bag clean as well, so it goes straight through to the bag. And if you're cutting in wet grass, it'll just make it look nice. You can, what are the benefits to a petrol mower? Well, if it's raining, it's all right. You know, if it's just started spitting and you just want to get you can't do it with an electric mower, can you? But a petrol mower, you put unleaded in it, what you put in a car. So you can, you know, if you've got a green jerry can, I thought I had one knocking about earlier. I must have moved it. If you've got a green jerry can, right, fill it with unleaded, put it in there. So and that's what it runs on. And this is a self-propelled mower. What does self-propelled mean? Well, you know you've got two bars on it, so you pull the first one up, and you know, and then pull the pull cord, and it'll get going pretty much first time every time. And the back one, the back bar, if you pull that up, it goes on its own. It's got a not like a what is it? Not like a little drive on it, but it's just got a bit of power in there. So you know, it'll go on its own. All you have to do is walk behind it. You don't have to be quite strong to use that mower. It's got a big blade on it as well. It's about an 18-inch blade, something like that. If you've got, you know, you might want to do a couple of gardens at the back of your car or something, and you want to use a smaller mower with a smaller blade, that's fine. You know, the Mountfield ones, I got that from B&Q, I think. It were either B&Q or Screwfix, and I got it. I've had it for a few years now, but I got it towards the end of one season, and it came down in price, and it's lovely. I've had it. I've done a little service on it myself once, and I've kept it clean. Used it recently, so it's a bit tatty at the minute, but yeah, it's got 7 height adjusters on it as well. I don't know if I can get down there, but you can see it there. So it's like 7 heights. So if you let me spin the camera around, guys. It's got 7 heights on it. So if you're mowing tall wet grass, you can mow it on the higher setting, and then mow it a couple of times. Lower your settings. But it'd be a good idea at the start of the season, just to not scalp it on the lowest setting, just sort of bring the height in, because it'll have had a bit of growth over the winter period, and whatever lawns that you're cutting, and bring it down slowly, but don't fully scalp it. And that's sort of the same at the end of the season as well, or when it's raining. You know, you don't want to be scalping lawns in the rain, do you? Now I've got that. I'll spin it back round, guys. Let's get into focus. I've got a strimmer. It's a Stihl strimmer. I bought that online. It's it's an FS55. It's decent. I'll show you. I'll do a video on how you change that strimmer head as well, because it's really easy, super easy. It costs about 25 quid for a new strimmer head. Occasionally, if you're doing a lot of strimming, that wears down. It's the button that wears down. So, you know, it's beautiful. There's different types of strimmers. You can get the D-handle strimmers that's good for getting under benches and stuff like that. I've seen some YouTubers use that kind of strimmer. It might just be that they might just feel comfortable just running around with one of them. I like holding it. I like to hold it with these cow handles. So I've got the handle, you know, the handlebars, bike handles. Yeah, beautiful, lovely little strimmer. I get that serviced at the end of the year every year after I've used it for a full year. I'll get a little service done on it. I can do little bits myself, but it's nice knowing somebody that can do a little service for you. If you've got a blower, that's handy. You don't have to have a blower straight away. You can just use a big brush if you want, just to get all the grass that's on the path back onto the grass, or just brush it up into a little pile, and just pick it up. Blowers are fantastic. If you don't have to sort of fully blow all the debris and grass off the paths, right? But if you've got one and you've just done a garden and it looks beautiful, blowing the paths off makes loads of difference. It's like putting the icing on a cake. It's just beautiful. It's nice. Yeah, and there's no brushing as well, which is good. I've got a pair of edge cutters there, still hedge cutters. It's one of the smaller models. I'm not sure what the make is, but it's absolutely beautiful, really sharp, never lets me down, starts first time. So I've got a decent pair of edge cutters there. So you can see it's all petrol, guys, and that's what you need. If you're just doing a bit of DIY gardening, I suggest go for that. None of them were super expensive, guys. You know, you could start up, if you can get a little bit of money behind you, or, you know, if you're just starting up, if you're a homeowner and you want to do a bit of DIY gardening, go for the petrol stuff. It's fantastic. It really will help you out. You know, you're going to struggle if you're using electric. Petrol equipment or battery powered. The battery powered I find are a little bit more expensive, but they're just as good if you get a good one. You know, it really will help you out. So that's it, guys. And coming to the end now. So I'm in my bar as well. I'm not using it as a bar at the minute. I'm just using it for anything at the minute. But I like being in here because it's nice. There's loads of space. You know, I loved it when I built it, when I first built it, just after lockdowns. What a time that was. You know, I loved it in here. You know, we're having my breakfast in here. I've got a little dartboard over there as well. You know, playing darts all the time. You know, I've got the TV and that. So yeah, fantastic. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. But I'm going to look forward to making lots of videos and putting them out there for you. And you know, we'll have a bit of fun along the way as well. So, you know, do all that liking and subscribing stuff for me. Hit the bell, you know, give the big fat thumbs up. You know, double thumbs up. I don't know, is that Netflix or YouTube? I don't know. Give me the double thumbs up. And yeah, and subscribe, guys. And we'll have a lot of fun along the way. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay warm and safe. And let's do some gardening this year. Take care.